Thank you, Juan, for taking the time out of your day today for coming and meeting up with me. As you might know, today we're just going to go over a little bit about the position, get to know more about yourself and why is it you chose to apply for this position and what it is that will separate you from other candidates. So first off, tell me a little bit about yourself.
Most definitely. I've been in the business for management for more than 14 years. I work for the University of California for 11 years, in which I supervise and oversee the pre-doctoral program. With that in mind, I realized that it was time for a new challenge. Seeing this position, it was very appealing to me because even though it's in a smaller scale, I can see it as a compact, but yet it requires to utilize all the skills and experience that I had by working with UCSF for many years. Um, I do believe, going back to the roots of helping a fragile segment of our society, as it is our children's, I believe there is a need for a strong leadership in this community. Therefore, I think my experience, my skill levels, and the passion of serving those need children's will be a good fit for this position.
Okay. So I see that you do have a very extensive experience in management. Um, our position has a lot to do with a very high pace and deals with being a very having multiple tasks, a very wide range of being having to deal with different people as far as from doctors to staff to students. So what do you do to prioritize? How would you handle that fast paced environment?
Well, I'm used to it. As you can see, the medical field and the administrative part of it, it requires you to do things in a way in which you can eliminate, per se, what needs to be done on a day-to-day basis. Um, it is a balance. It is a balance. At times, you might feel that at the end of the day, have not accomplished much. However, when you actually do a thorough inventory of your day, you can see that by balancing what needs to be done, first of all, to keep the day-to-day operations going, anything else can be adjust to fit your schedule. What I do most of the time is I look at what is an emergency, what at a scale of maybe a 1 to 5, I can then sort out what is number one priority. Would that have to do with a meeting, in which requires pay attention to the financial status of the organization, or it could be as critical as having an emergency patient that needs to be treated right away, review the treatment that is needed, assign the individuals that will assist the patient, or it could be something as crucial as to get evacuate the building, making sure that everyone is accounted for. I guess the best way to prioritize is to take everything on a case by case basis and see what best fits in your decision making. It's all analytical. At times, it could be per se a reaction, or it could be planned. It just all depends on what the situation is and how can one adjust to the needs of the day-to-day operations.
Okay. You also mentioned something about helping a fragile sector in today's society. What ideas or what visions do you bring to the company that can definitely help out that sector? That can definitely, how can I say, is make sure that that is covered. Make sure that this position for you is best.
Um, there are different ways in which you can lead to provide the services that are needed in the fragile segment of our society. Perhaps outreach programs in which we tell parents about the services that we provide, what services are covered. Many times, individuals do not get the oral health care that they need just because the lack of educational programs that exist. It will be my goal to make sure that these programs are either created or developed or are brought up to the areas and where had not been brought, and parents need to be educated so they can understand that their kids need these oral health care treatments. Um, it, Showing the community that although this university it appears to be out of their reach, that is for them, that this is actually the reason that we are here is to help them, that make them feel welcome, to look for the services. I think it's very important that we spread the word out to tell them, this university, this clinic, these services are were entirely created for you, and therefore you have the rights to come in and ask for the services. Regardless of what level of income you are, these services will be provided to you, and at times even funded by our own organization. That is how I vision helping this fragile segment of our society.
Okay. Um, so as far as something that you do have a tremendous amount of experience in this field, but what is definitely something that you can improve on? You feel like can be improved on yourself, and that this position can offer you to improve within yourself.
Being in this business, you always learning. There's no a dull moment in this type of business, whether it's managing staff or whether it's providing services for the need. Um, it is an ongoing learning experience. The setting is such that I feel that every day I come in not to work but to learn either for that segment that we're providing the service for, to learn from the doctors or the faculty that I happen to be honored to supervise, for the professionals that assist, the professionals that give us that help. Um, that is a learning, it's a life learning experience. I I feel very passionate about the learning setting. I feel very passionate about serving our patients. I feel very passionate in providing and assisting and giving our students the best learning experience. In other words, give them their money worth of education, giving the patients their money worth of treatment, giving our staff their money worth of work experience, helping them grow. I think it is very important that all those things are tied in together to be successful. And by doing it every day, I get to learn and to connect the dots to provide this leadership in which I know everybody else could and should follow. Uh, so it's beneficial to the entire organization.
Okay. And then lastly, um, tell me what definitely will separate you from our other candidates. What's something that you want me to take away um, from yourself that can definitely separate yourself from any other candidate, and why it is that you best suit this position?
One word, leadership. I think my years of experience had taught me and allowed me to prove my leadership skills. I lead people. I build teams. I provide what's needed for their personal growth. I always looking for innovation and the best ways to bring an organization to the next level, whether that is financially or whether it's educationally or whether it's just to create a better work environment for all of us. Um, that is what separates me from the rest of the candidates.
Okay. Thank you for your time today. We appreciate for you coming by, and definitely if we consider you for the position, definitely call back. Definitely we'll think about the conversation we had today. And like I said, if we have any questions, we'll give you a call back. If you have any questions for us as well, you can feel free to contact us.
Thank you.